Looking for a simple and strong solo base that you don't have to farm a lot for? Look no further than this all-triangle super efficient base design that utilizes every bit of space and is surprisingly strong for its size and cost. But how do we build this? Well, begin by placing down 2 triangles. Upgrade the first one to stone, add walls around and place a TC inside behind a window. Don't forget to lock it, as currently that is the only thing protecting it. Once you were able to farm a bit, you can finish the starter by adding 5 more triangles, making the base into a circular shape with an airlock on the last triangle. In here you can have your starter items, such as some large boxes for early game storage, a tier workbench for some crafting, and a furnace to start smelting metal for doors and code locks. Although the footprint is extremely compact, you can now check if it will fit your area by adding a 2 triangle thick ring around your base. Back inside, once you need more space, you can start headshotting out this triangle, which we left as wood before. Use a furnace as a temporary jump up. Up here, build it in with a double door frame away from where the TC is and a window to the side where TC is on. Here behind the window, add 3 more walls, then a door frame and then another wall to finish the ring around the floor. Add floors on top and upgrade everything to stone. Now that we have our entrance on the second floor, we will want something that is a little more protected and accessible, so expand your entrance into an airlock and add a roof to create a way up to it. Being here already, you can go around and remove the inner triangles, as they won't be needed later on. In the base again, we will do some upgrades. Start by upgrading the floor above the TC and the one next to it to armored, the next one to metal and the one right behind the entrance to armored again. Behind this window that we added here earlier, we're going to add a classic 4 large box loot room. For this, make sure, or at least try, to place the boxes as close to the window as possible to make them easier to access later on. Now there is this 3 triangle next to the entrance. We will use this for 3 furnaces behind a window. Back in the core, we will slowly fade out all the starter items to make space for the finished core. Begin by placing 3 double door frames and adding a garage door into each of them. If you watched me in the past time, you will know what comes next. Add a foundation in front of the frame and make sure that the door opens outwards. Now place the vending machine into the door frame. You can see that it is inside of the door frame if it goes up a little bump. If you did it correctly, you should now be able to destroy the foundation under the vending machine without breaking it. Back inside, we will add a real window for the tool cupboard. Back inside the core, we will now add a real window in front of the tool cupboard. Next, we will also start upgrading the core. Again, the TC and the triangle in front of it will be armored, the rest should be made metal. This includes the drop down. On the second floor, we will also start adding garage doors and real windows. As you aren't able to do it from the inside, you will have to go to the outside to upgrade the wall and the foundation of the TC. Now for the deployable placement. For this, start by adding 2 barbecue small box combos under the shelf like this. In the next step, you will want to place a tier 3 on the wall next to them and as close to the floor as possible. The now left gap on the floor here should house 3 small boxes. Upgrade the floor to metal and place a barbecue small box combo and a single small box up here as well. On the TC wall centered and as far to the left as possible, place a drop box facing inwards. Doing this will give you a highly protected drop box directly next to your unlootable TC. Further in the core, we will have a large box here with a locker next to the door frame. Above the large box, you can have another drop box and a tuner can lamp for lighting inside of the core. As this is just a solo base, just a single bag will fit inside of the core. Now on the second floor, we are going to add another locker and a bag inside of the airlock for quick respawning. The space up here can be used for placing your research table or repair bench if you need either of them. Now that we are done on the inside of the base, we can focus on finishing the outside. Start by upgrading these foundations left of the entrance to metal until you reach the side of the vending machine. From there, upgrade the rest to stone. You will want to add 2 walls on the points where it goes from one material to another with the hard side facing to the stone. Another 2 walls will be added under the entrance. These aren't necessary but are nice to have to make it harder for door campers. Now for the honeycomb, begin by adding a ring of triangle roofs around the base. The roofs will be upgraded to the material of the foundations they are placed on. Now we are almost done. Upgrade the 2 walls attaching to the loot room of the second floor to metal. Then build yourself a way up to the roof and also upgrade the floors on top of the loot room to metal. Now that we are done with the building process, here an example raid of the base. Begin by shooting 4 rockets here at the entrance. With the splash, you can see that we are gonna go through in 4 rockets instead of 8, as many would believe, with these roofs, but that isn't the case as the splash damages them both. Next, shoot 3 rockets each for the garage doors, and then 4 for the armored window. Now, you still won't be able to just loot the TC, as it is an unlootable. To get the TC in the advertised raid cost, you would have to raid through the honeycomb and then splash the armored wall. I'm currently doing a giveaway where you can win a free copy of Rust. If you want to win, you gotta subscribe to the channel and comment on this video shown on screen where I announce the giveaway, why you want to win. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video, until next time, later!